Hi, I'm Mike Strandland, Editorial Director of AR Guns & Hunting and Grandview Media, and I'm here with AR Guns & Hunting staffers Joe Hauser, Tim Lee. We're here on the outskirts of the Twin Cities, Minnesota. We're at JP Enterprises, home of one of the top leaders of quality and innovation in the AR guns field. And they invited us here to have a tour, and so we're going to go inside and take a look around, and hopefully later we'll be able to go out to the range and play with some guns. Come along and join us.
So John, can you tell us a little bit more about JP Enterprises and your background and how you started all this?
I felt I needed to make products for the competitive shooting community because that was kind of a passion of mine, and I had some ideas, and the first product I came up with was the recoil eliminator, which drastically reduced the recoil on large caliber rifles. And then as I got into this three-gun action shooting community, I realized that the AR-15 was the only really competitive rifle. It's just that it had just endless problems that needed to be solved. So we just set about solving those issues one by one until finally we had really our complete rifles from the ground up with all proprietary components in them that really addressed all the things that I felt that needed to be dealt with to make the rifle truly competitive in the hands of a professional level shooter. Hey Joe, these are rifles here that are in various stages of process and waiting for final test fire setup and inspection. Our inspection processes are pretty detailed, as you can see. The cosmetic aspect of our equipment and the functional aspect of it. So we have a number of different inspection processes that the rifles will go through before they're actually boxed and shipped out.
And tell me a little bit about your lead times.
You know, our approach to this is a formula, and we like to stick to our menu. But within that menu, we have tremendous selection. But the point is that we don't say offer a barrel that would be in a custom contract. Typically, we have a number of barrel options. You would choose this barrel, that compensator, this blinked handguard. And of course, all these are proven formulas that we've tested in the field. So we know that any combination of what we offer works really well. And by doing that, by picking off a menu and having all these components in stock, we can offer a relatively short turnaround on what is what would be considered a very highly customized rifle. So turnaround typically in the 6 weeks to 12 weeks, depending on the options and the custom finishes and that sort of thing. Really, our original core market was the competitive shooters, of course, and we have all-out race guns that we designed for them, but we've leveraged that success into the tactical market in the real world also. So in fact, here's the 10th anniversary CTR-02. That was one of the first competition grade machine from billet type receiver rifles, and we made 10 of those for the 10 years that rifle has been in production. Still considered to be one of the benchmarks of practical rifle competition. We got into another type of rifle that was a side charge only. As we evolved into different types of designs, I felt that the side charging feature on these made them easier and faster to use. So this is an SCR-11, side charging competition rifle of 2011. And you'll notice that it looks just like this one. This is the LRP-07, which was the very first side charger, but this is our large format rifle in .308. And so it's kind of a big brother, little brother, so a guy can have one of these and either 223 and .308 and have two basically matching rifles. Kind of cool in that respect.
The interface feels the same for the shooter.
Exactly, right. This rifle has been really successful for us in the law enforcement community, and is getting a greater and greater interest in the military community now because the side charging makes it much easier to use as opposed to top charge on the .308, which has the long stroke and heavy spring in there. And then, of course, the accuracy of these rifles is similar to bolt guns. So what we're finding is a lot of departments are replacing their precision bolt guns for their snipers on their SWAT teams with a semi-automatic gas gun like this. And now
hey John, I saw the Silent Capture Spring at SHOT Show this year, and can you tell me a little more about it and what it does?
No, it's just kind of the end result in a continuing process of evolution. We're very fussy about the sound and feel of our rifles in terms of how they cycle when you manually cycle them to charge them, etc., or when they actually fire. And we've done a lot of things over the years in terms of spring prep and the types of extension tubes we use to mitigate that sound.
How was it, Joe?
Felt great. Very little recoil, and the recoil that was there was pretty much straight back and forth, and you could keep the optics on the target the whole time.